Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Michelle. We are back with a new video for you guys. Please make sure you start this video off by clicking that thumbs up button. Also make sure that you share this video on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Tumblr, or wherever else you share our videos. I noticed that some people were complaining about them not being able to see our videos via if they didn't have Wi-Fi on their phone. I don't know what's going on. I uploaded the videos like I always do. I'm not sure why it's not working for YouTube. If you don't have a Wi-Fi connection, the best thing I can tell you is to get a Wi-Fi connection or run to the computer and watch our videos, because YouTube is not giving me an answer on why you can't watch on Wi-Fi. The only thing I'm thinking about, not on Wi-Fi, the only thing I can think of is the video, I guess the download strength is too big for non-Wi-Fi. Sometimes you can't download stuff if you don't have Wi-Fi. So that's the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, get the Wi-Fi connection or go to your computer and watch us. Also, Scorpion Show shirts are on sale from today until June 21st. So you can save 15% off by using the code T-shirt 2015. If you have Scorpion Show shirts, please send your email picture of your shirts to kevscorp@icloud.com. KEVSKORP @icloud.com. Also, for the blackout, which is September 5th, 2015, shout out to everyone that has been sending me that they got their hotel and they're ready to come to the event. If you have not donated and you still want to donate, you can visit the GoFundMe link inside the more info box. And also, I'm waiting for Candy to update the GoFundMe page, but we're doing donation perks. So to those that have already donated, you will receive those perks after they are posted. So just contact myself or Candy via Facebook. That's the best place to do it, on Facebook, because I don't really see the DMs like that, but I do get the Facebook messages. They go straight to my phone. Any other announcements? You got a bus trip? No? No. Alright. So, we're going to get into this video. The big story of the weekend. Rachel Dolezal. She is the NAACP president of the Spokane, Washington chapter. And it was revealed via her parents that our daughter is not black. Our daughter is white. And she has been portraying a black woman for 10 years. And I mean, now, let me tell you something.
You mean tell me they don't take piss tests?
What that got to do with?
That was a joke.
Oh, joke. Child, let me tell y'all something. She pulled it off very well. Because as white as her skin was, like, she got the tan to make her look mixed, and she got the hairstyle. She had all different kind of hairstyles. She had the individuals, she had the micros, she had the curly hair. This girl had it down. All from our ethnicities. What we call it when our background. What's our background called?
I'm African. I don't know what she is.
From the cultural standpoint, she had it down pat.
I'm black.
Yes. And they got her together.
I can't speak for her.
They got her together in the interview. First of all, they bombarded her and just was asking her all kinds of questions. And they said, "Are you black? Or are you really African American?" And she's talking about, "I don't understand the question." Now, you are a professor teaching Africana studies. You're doing all this and that. You're the president of a chapter
of the NAACP. And you don't understand the question when someone asks you, "Are you African American?"
She probably was thinking, "Bitch, I got caught. Who turned it loose?" It was her parents.
Her estranged parents.
Yes. And she wasn't even speaking to them for a minute. They were saying that, the background that her parents adopted 4 children. Her parents were friends with different races. Not races, but, different races as she was growing up. And I guess she really loved the cultural standpoint from African American. The cultural background of African Americans, and she applied for Howard University, got through on a full scholarship. Now, CNN didn't reveal if she graduated or anything, but they did say that she went there, and they showed her with her micro braids, and she was there. Listen, I can't really be mad at her. Like, I'm not mad. But this is my thing. Why do you have to pretend like you are a black person just to fight for the advancement of black people? Because there are many white people that stand hand in hand, side by side with us as black people. And they're not getting tans to look black. No. They're not marrying a black man. No. They're not having children by black men. And they're not claiming black men as their father. And claiming their adopted brother as their son. They're not doing that. Rachel Dolezal has serious mental issues.
Yes, it's a mental.
It's mental. And I'm just like, why would you want to do it this way? Why do it this way? And then when I woke up on Friday on Twitter, people kept comparing Rachel Dolezal to Caitlyn Jenner. And there is no way and no comparison can you compare the two at all. There's no such thing as transracial. You cannot change your race. No, you cannot. Now, you can believe, but you can't change. And she's not black. She is a white woman. They say she's mixed with 3 different ethnicities. Native American, I believe German, and I don't remember the other one. But she's not black. And, I mean, I just don't, that's just not cool to me at all to do that. And I really hope that she gets the mental help that she needs, because she really believes that she's black. She was marking down that she was white and black on applications and when she filled out a lot of stuff. That's just not cool to me at all. And I'm just not here for the people that's defending her, saying, well, if Bruce Jenner can do it, she can do it. No, we're talking about gender and we're talking about race. There's no comparison between the two at all. So I wish people stop saying that stuff. Rachel Dolezal, I hope you get the help. Today she decided that she was stepping down from the NAACP chapter in Spokane, Washington. And she was just saying a lot of stuff, but I don't know. I just don't know. I'm happy that she wants to help the black people, but she still wrote it as if she is black. She still wrote like in her...
This is about to become a controversial video. Because transgender, and I agree that there's no such thing as transracial, but transgender is someone that is identifying with the sex that is not the sex that they were assigned to, correct? Mm-hmm. Right. I didn't know that a woman who was born a woman could then have a penis.
A woman that was born a woman,
when they transition over to a male, can have a penis. So transgender, if I'm not mistaken, because I looked it up and it says transgender is the state of one's gender identity or gender expression not matching one's assigned sex. Mm-hmm. Rachel Dolezal was identifying herself as an African American, which is not the race that she was assigned to at birth, which was a Caucasian. So with the folks, I guess you said that were saying this, maybe that's what they're talking about, is it's all an identity thing. I'm identifying myself as a woman. I'm identifying myself as a black person. I agree there's no such thing as a transracial, but it says it right here. Transgender is the state of one's gender identity or gender expression. And she was expressing herself as an African American.
When I hear trans, I think change.
You think change, but that's not the that's not the definition for it. Definition for it is a gender identity or gender expression not matching one's assigned sex. Transgender is independent of sexual orientation. Transgender people may identify as heterosexual,
let me see this.
Homosexual. I'm just saying.
Is the state of one's gender. So let's say if my gender identity is male,
you are identifying yourself as a woman. You're transgender. Listen, I'm not transgender. I'm not trans anything. So I'm not for sure. But I'm looking at the different definitions of it, and nowhere does it say anything about sex change. It just says what I'm identifying as. So maybe those who were saying out there, no, this is the same thing as Bruce Jenner, maybe that's what they're saying. That's the argument that they're giving.
For me, when I say transgender, I don't. For me, yes, you can give the appearance, but I'm gonna fully call you a transgender. Like if you went out and you got the surgery, not just down here, but once you start taking the hormones and the surgery, to me that's changing your gender. But when I'm thinking transracial, there's no way that you can change your racial genetics to be black or to be white or to be Hispanic. You can't do that.
Well, that's the same thing where, can you really change your sex? If that's what you were born, can you really change it?
No, because they're not biological.
Right, so then that's the argument that people are saying. She can't really change her race because that's not what she was born. Therefore, those folks, I'm only playing the devil's advocate.
But there's no such thing as transracial.
No, it's not, and I agree with you 100%. But what a lot of people were saying, I guess, were saying to you is, she did nothing different. And you know what? I think I kind of agree with you in the sense that comparing Rachel Dolezal, whatever her last name is, to Bruce Jenner, to Caitlyn Jenner, is a little bit, I think that's kind of like pushing the envelope. But then when you look further and deeper into it, it's like, what are they saying that's wrong? I guess a transgender person can come and say, well, this is that, and this is, you know, whatever the case may be. I don't live my life as a transracial, and I don't live my life as a transgender. I only know what it is that if somebody's identifying themselves as a white person or as a black person, then what they're saying is, how is that any different from someone identifying now? Because just a few weeks ago, Bruce Jenner was Bruce Jenner, and now all of a sudden he's Caitlyn Jenner. And that's what they're saying. How is that any different? He hasn't had any sex change. As far as we know, he still has his male organs.
He still has the features. He got the breast. Oh, I shouldn't say he. Caitlyn has
we understand.
The facial structures. You got the Adam's apple shaved down. She's giving you that appearance of
a woman. And nobody's not. She's a woman. And I'm not denying that. I mean, she's a woman. She's a woman. Fine. But you saw the definition.
Oh, I seen the definition.
Yeah.
I seen the definition. But what I'm saying is, you can't change your race. Of course, if you transition to a different, if you transgender, no, you're not biologically a woman or biologically a man, but you can get those hormones in you and things like that to be who you identify as.
Now, let me ask you this: once you stop taking, now, for instance, if Mikkel wanted to start taking hormones, I guess you would identify me as transgender, correct? Then what if, let's say, a month later I decide to stop taking those hormones? So now would you go back to calling me a man?
If you present yourself as a man, you will be called a man.
So then, if she's presenting herself as an African American, then why are we not calling her African American?
Because she's not African American. Race is a state. To me, your race is what you are born as.
I agree with you.
Yeah, this is what you are born as, and there is no way that you can genetically change your race.
You can't.
And some people will say there's no way you can biologically change who you are, so this is what you are.
Right, because some people.
Because I know a lot of people. Because a lot of people are disrespectful when they sit there and see you as a woman and gonna call you a he or a man anyway, because they don't agree with you.
So let me ask you a question: do you think we should keep identifying Rachel as African American or as Caucasian?
No, she is a pretender. So we will call her not a transracial. We will call her a white woman. She couldn't even when they sat there and asked her the question, she couldn't even understand the question. So how can we call her black when she's saying, "Oh, I can't answer that question," or when she say, "I don't understand the question," and then she lied and said that this black man was her father. No, you are not black. But you know what? Rachel Dolezal is not the only person that does it, because you have a lot of Latino people that don't even want to identify as being black or as being Latino. They want to be considered white. It's just out there that people don't want to be who they really are. But I believe that the Latinos, they do it for acceptance. She was doing it, I don't know, whenever she opens up and have a real conversation about this, we will understand. But like I said before, there are plenty white people that stand hand in hand and side by side with black people doing this big ass charade like, I'm a black woman and I'm getting the ethnic hairstyles and I'm getting my skin darker and all of this to look like a mixed woman, and you know, claiming that your stepbrother, your stepbrother is your son and this black man is your father. Like, you doing a little bit too much. This is all too mental. And then not only that, she was mailing letters to herself saying that people was threatening her with nooses and stuff, like they were going to kill her and everything. And then the mail department was saying that these didn't even come through our mail, because you know they got the little lines and stuff when they come through the mail. They was like, and the chances of mail being stuck together is very, very slim that this would happen. So she's up there lying about getting death threats and everything. Like, Rachel, you took this shit a little bit too far, and you really believed that you were a black woman when you're really not a black woman at all. Sometimes you can tell a lie so big that you start to believe it yourself. And that's exactly what she did. She started believing her own hype, believing her own lie.
You know what I think? I think that the issue between this and transgender should be explored more, because I think that people who were talking about the Caitlyn Jenner story, I think they have a valid point, because it's right there. It's gender identity. I think it's a valid point, and I think it should be.
So you saying that it's a racial identity? If you, that's okay. That's like saying
if this.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
Well, it's okay if you don't agree.
Because gender identity is not identifying the sex that you are.
No.
That you are the gender that you are assigned to. That's
Wait, say that again?
You don't identify with the gender that you are assigned to. Sex is the genital. The biological.
But that didn't say anything about sex. It said transgender.
That's transgender. I'm talking about gender identity.
But no, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about.
So you're saying gender identity and racial identity. Just because you are not, if you're white and you could grow up in a black neighborhood and you pick up on our culture, that's fine. But you can't go around darkening your skin or changing everything and just saying I'm black. No. But there are people that wear the clothes that we wear, you know, say the things that we say, or like, for instance, nigga. White people think that they can say it because they grew up around black people saying it, or they think that they're just cool to fucking say it. Like,
well, they think, a lot of them.
What you call him, son? What's his name? Tom Hanks' son. He got up on video and made all of these exclamations on how he can use the word and why he can use the word.
And you know why people like that do that? Because they are surrounded by other African Americans that find it accepted. They have.
Well, one of his friends was like, I'm not fucking with him no more.
Well, that's one.
Saying,
That's one friend. But just imagine how many other his black friends don't have a problem with him saying it. Why? Because they grew up with him, or they know him, and they probably say to themselves, well, we know he's not racist. That's our friend. It's cool. Of course, a lot of people be like, no, that's not cool to do that. But a lot of white folks do it because they have friends and they're associated with other black people around them that find it okay because they see nothing wrong with it. That's just like a lot of Hispanic people who use the word nigger. And I rarely see people
say anything. Because some people consider Hispanics black. Like me, I think they got black in them.
Some people do, but then what about those Hispanics who don't consider themselves black? And what about the blacks who don't consider them black? So then you have this. Okay, if you don't even if you don't even identify yourself as being black, then why are you using certain words? I think it's because of the environment of the cultural standpoint. And what I'm saying with Rachel and Caitlyn Jenner. Neither one of them can go and change themselves. Just because someone is taking hormones does not necessarily mean that they are changing themselves forever. Because if that was the case, all Caitlyn would have to do was take hormones one time, and then forever she would be.
No, she would have to keep taking.
She'd have to keep taking them. So that means if she was to stop taking hormones, then she would be. I don't know. I have no idea. But I guess your theory was because they take hormones and somehow that's altering their bodies.
It is. Because they grow breasts.
Yeah, but then what I'm saying is, so once the hormones stop, then there's no more breasts. So then the public is not going to look at them as a woman. The public to their naked eye, just like that woman that was at that Planet Fitness, the public to their naked eye is going to look at her as a man because that's what she sees.
But that's why you got to get enough money you gonna get your chest done and go get your ass done so you can give your first of all so you can identify with the female body.
Listen, do you know that the argument that you're making and that a lot of transgender people are making to other people, they would look at that and say, you make no sense, because how can someone change their body that God gave them to be something else? And that's all the people, I didn't see the comments that you were getting, so I don't know. But I'm just listening to what you're saying, and then I'm listening to what you're saying about Rachel, and I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, that's why I decided to look up transgender, because I wanted to make sure.
But let me tell you something. When you transition, to me, what you do with your body, that is between you, and that is between you and God.
Right.
To me.
Right.
Because they say you shouldn't get tattoos, and God say don't mark up your body. God says a lot of stuff in the Bible, and people do what the hell they want to do anyway. Now, when it comes to...
And that doesn't make it right.
No. And when it comes to me, when it comes to your happiness, and for you not to kill yourself, and if it makes you okay to transition to be happy and to be who you feel, who you are inside, then I say go along and do that. So
then why can't Rachel Dolezal do that?
Listen, she's not changing her race.
No, she's not. But
she's not a translation.
She can't change her race. But if she feels as though darkening her skin and putting extensions in her hair makes her happy, then why can't she do that?
You know why? Because she's not even comfortable doing it. That's why. When you can't answer the question of are you black, and you have to say I don't understand the question, and we have to sit here and lie and say that some man is your father, something is a fucking problem.
Yes.
And you are not physically black at all, so you can't claim to be black. You can say that I love the culture. Yes, so a lot of people love the culture. And so a lot of people go and get the hairstyles and everything, but just because you get the hairstyle, that does not mean that you are black. Just like when people say that I'm a transgender female, they're not saying that I'm fully a female. They're saying I'm a transgender female or I'm a transgendered man. They're not saying I'm a man. I'm a real man. I've never heard that. But I address them as a woman.
Right, because I don't think I've ever heard anybody say, oh, I'm a transgender. It's either I'm a woman. If you're living your life as a woman now, then why not identify yourself as a woman? I've never seen anybody who was transgender say, call me transgender woman. No, they want you to call them a woman.
No, but if you have an upfront conversation with someone, they want to tell you if they're comfortable with telling you first, because some people are fucking ignorant, that I'm a transgender woman. Or I'm a transgender male. What they say, female to male, male to female transition. We could have a whole bunch of conversations about this, but this is my thing. She is not.
Well, you keep saying the same thing, and I'm sitting here letting you know that I agree with you. But the point that I'm trying to make is, I understand you said all this about being happy and all this. If that's what makes her happy, then why?
Because she is mental.
She is mental. I agree with you.
She's mental.
But I mean, okay, so if Rachel Dolezal decided that because she can't live black, she wants to kill herself, do you think that she should kill herself?
No, she's not going to kill herself because she can't be black.
But that's not what I'm saying. I need for you to listen to what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if this woman is happy living her life the way she's living, yes, she's ignorant to the culture if she can't even answer a simple question of are you African American? Yes, she's very ignorant to it. And just because she's ignorant to it does not mean that she can't still dye her skin and wear hair that she thinks that mixed women wear. My question is, if that's what's making her happy, why is it wrong that she lives her life as her husband? I'm sure her husband knows that he's having sex with a white woman.
Listen,
I can't believe that he don't know.
Deception. It's deception. You can't listen. You could be a white person and be president of the NAACP chapter. They do encourage white people to join and with them. Now, when you're talking about her happiness and all this and that from being black, if that's taken away from her, she decepted people.
Yeah, she did, but I'm not talking about people.
That's deception.
I'm talking about her personal happiness, just like you're talking about.
Her personal happiness, if she's personal happiness, she can say, no, I wasn't born black, but I love the culture that I wanted to get my skin done this way. I'm going to think that she might be a little bit crazy to do that, because she doesn't have to do that just to identify with our culture. She doesn't have to do that. She doesn't have to do that at all. So I understand everything you're saying, but I'm just not in agreement with that. And if she go off and kill herself because she wasn't born black, come on, let's be for real. Who you know to say they want to kill themselves because they're not being black? If anything, I'm like, okay.
I'm just making a general statement. I'm not saying that that's true. No, I don't think you are. Because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, because I'm listening to what you're saying, but I don't think you're listening to what I'm saying. Because I'm not saying that she's going to kill herself. I'm only going off of when you made the statement about
But they're not the same, so you can't compare.
No, they're not this. You can compare. Because
that's not a comparison. There's no such thing as transracial. If anything, like, there's no such thing of it at all. There's no such thing as a transracial person. What she did was deception. That was deception.
I don't know how many times I said it. I know y'all keep hearing me say it. I agree with you. She decepted everybody. That's not what I'm saying. And maybe I should get closer so I can say it so y'all can understand it. That's not what I'm saying. I agree with you. She decepted everybody. She lied. There's no such thing as transracial. What I'm saying is, for the 50th time, if living her life that way makes her happy, then what's the problem?
Because the problem is she's decepting people for the fourth time.
Why are you getting loud?
Because she's decepting people.
Why are you getting loud?
That's why. That's not saying, oh, I'm happy. That's deception. When you are the president of the NAACP and you're pretending to be black, you're saying that you're black when you're not. That's deception.
Now we know she's not black. So can she still live her life that way?
She can live her life however she wants to, but she shouldn't be decepting people.
Well, now we know she's decepting people.
Now she's decepting people. If she feels she was so right, why did she step down?
All right, okay. That deception part is yesterday's news. Now we're talking about tomorrow's news. So can she live her life that way? Yes or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think
Let me ask you a question. Is it decepting someone if a transgender woman meets a man and doesn't tell that man that she's a man?
You damn right.
So you think that all transgender women go around telling men that they meet that they were
not at the first time, because you know why? Because you don't know the ignorance of that person.
But do you think they should tell them the first time?
No. No, you don't. No, because like I said, you don't know how they are going to react when you meet them. The best thing to do is tell them to me over the telephone when you meet someone like that, because you can meet them right there. They all like, yeah, yo, you look good, blah, 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 blah. And you say, well, I'm really a man. You don't know, excuse me, I was born male, but now I'm a transgender female. You don't know how they will react to you saying that to them. Some of them might try to jump you, some of them might beat you, some of them might shoot you. There is a lot of things that go on with men and transgender women that's not even discussed. Like, you hear about a transgender person being killed and nothing happens. Like, that's why I see a lot of trans lives matter, because of these situations like this. So no, you don't tell a man up front that you have transitioned to a female. No.
But isn't it true that a lot of transgender people who are killed are not killed because they told them right off the bat, but they're killed because during time, that's when the person who killed them found out. What I'm saying is,
that's not
to me, listen, but what I'm saying is, I think it would be best for you to tell them right off that, whether you do it on the phone or whatever. And I'm saying this because if you establish a relationship with somebody, let's say 2 weeks later, y'all establish a relationship, y'all talking and this, that, and the third, and then 2 weeks later you decide to tell somebody, by the way, this is how I was born. Don't you think that's deception right there? Because the first thing that person's going to say is, but Dad, why didn't you tell me that in the beginning?
That's what I'm talking about. That's why you tell them over the phone.
Yeah, but see, that's why
you do have people that do wait and build this relationship.
And I don't think that's fair.
That's not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair. That's why I think it should be something that you tell them right off the bat. Why? Because you don't want anybody to think that this whole time you were playing with them. Because that gets people even more upset. Especially when you stop and you start thinking about, damn, I done said this to you. I done said how I wanted to do this to you. I done sent you this. And now you're going to tell me this.
That's why I think you should tell them on the phone. When you first get to know them, like, not first get to know them, like once the number is exchanged and you are away from them, then I think that you should tell them.
The first phone call.
And if they still want to proceed, yes. Yeah. And if they still want to proceed, yes. But you can't do that, not up front, no. No, because you don't know what their reaction will be. And then later on down the line, you still get some men that do it anyway, because some people might feel like, oh, you gonna put me out there, so I have to kill you. Like, you shouldn't have to do that at all. How about you know what you want and not go around killing people because you are afraid to be who you are.
You know, I was thinking this because I had no idea when I heard about this Rachel Dolezal case, and I hope I'm saying her name right. The whole time I kept saying to myself, so wait a minute, do you mean to tell me the NAACP doesn't allow white people to be a part of their organizational president? Because I couldn't understand, if they did, then why she would go to these lengths to do this. But then I realized after watching the story that her parents were telling that it's just more than just being the president of a chapter for the NAACP. This is something that's been going on in her head before the NAACP even came about. Her parents let it be known that yes, they had adopted 4 African American children in the past, and Rachel from early on had always liked that the African American culture. She was always intrigued by it. She always wanted to learn about it and know more about it. So I think it's more. Clearly, it has nothing to do with NAACP. I think it was something that she just felt, if this is how I'm going to get in there, then this is what I need to do. Or maybe this was already her mindset before she met them. Well, clearly she had to have been already portraying herself as black when she applied to be with the NAACP, whatever the case may be. But I just think that with this, now that we know that she's black and now, I mean white, or she was born white and she stepped down, fine. We don't have nothing else to do. We don't have shit to do with her no more. But if that's how she wants to live her life with her husband and her family and her kids, whatever the case may be, then you go on and you go to your little cabinet and you live your life. I can't tell you not to walk around and dye your skin brown, because that's apparently what you've been doing for more than 10 years and it's been working for you. But like I said, people who are close to her, like her husband, you can't tell me that they didn't know that this woman was born white. I mean, it just makes no sense, because I'm sure that shit that she was putting on her skin was coming off at some point in time. Right?
I mean, you can tan for it and keep your tan for.
Yeah, but that didn't even look tan. That looked orange. Like, some of those pictures looked like she was orange. Like, it just looked.
I don't think she passed for a mixed person. I really thought that she passed for a mixed person.
I didn't even see that. You know why I didn't see that? Because I've seen so many mixed people who don't look like that. Look at Alicia Keys. She don't look like that. Or Mariah Carey. Hell, President Obama
It's
doesn't
all a
look
part
like
of
that.
it's all a part of your genes. It's all a part of your genes. I think, to me, that she had a white mother and a black father, because that's how I see it. Because I can see. I don't know. I don't want to say I'm crazy, but when I see a mixed child, you can tell they're mixed like that.
Right.
And
so that's what you saw with her.
I seen a white mother and a black father.
Right. So if you saw that when you looked at her, again, why is it so bad for her to identify herself as being black? If that's what you saw.
Again, it is deception.
It is deception. But that's what you
now,
saw.
let's say like now she just says that I'm white and I'm living as a black woman. There's nothing I can do about that.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When I first heard of this story and I saw the pictures of her, you know what I immediately said? She don't even look like she's black. But you, who has a problem with her portraying herself as black, saw somebody black when you first saw the pictures. Me, I didn't even see a black woman. I saw a white woman pretending to dye her skin, and somebody even identified it as blackface. And that's exactly what I saw. I saw nothing of mixed race. I saw nothing of biracial. I saw none of that. I saw a white woman who was putting on some type of funky looking makeup. Now I heard that it was tan, but I thought it was makeup. And walking around pretending to be black. But you saw a mixed race, and I didn't even see that. And I'm thinking, like, well, how come your eyes saw mixed race and my eyes didn't? Because I didn't see that at all. That's why somebody asked me on Instagram today and said, "Wow, you just heard of this story?" No, I didn't just hear this story, because I never posted it.
Everywhere,
yeah. Well, how could I miss this story? I just didn't understand the goofiness of it. Like, are we? And you know what I said the other day in my car? I said, "Do you honestly think that can the NAACP be that goofy?" That's the word I use. That goofy that they didn't realize that this wasn't a black or mixed woman. She didn't even look like that to me. Like, it just looked like, I don't know if I have that eye where you be like, dang, something's goofy about her. You know what she looked like? Did you ever see, oh God. It's this movie with Richard Pryor and Gene, what's his name? It's an old movie. Where the white guy, he goes in the bathroom at the train station and he puts blackface on his face. And yes, he's brown, like he's black. But when he goes to take that off, it has like this orange looking residue. That's what I saw in her. And y'all know what movie I'm talking about. It's an old movie. I can't think of his name. Richard Pryor and Gene, whatever the case may be. But any of y'all know what movie I'm talking about, when they're in the train station and he goes in the movie. Well, I know you don't know, baby. They go in the train station and he puts the black face on his face because he's trying to identify as a black guy. But then when, whatever they do gets foiled and he takes it off, His face is that orange residue that Rachel, and that's what I immediately saw. I was like, damn, that looks just like that movie. That's why I didn't understand how people thought that.
She gives them mixed to me. She gives them mixed. Oh, you better hit that ball out of there. Yeah, but yeah, that's fine. So yeah,
she resigned.
Yeah, she resigned.
Everybody's resigning before they even get fired.
Yeah,
the cop in Texas.
But NAACP released a statement on Friday saying that they wasn't going to let her go.
You know why they weren't going to let her go? You know why they weren't going to let her go? Because I have a strong feeling that they weren't going to let her go because they probably saw good intentions on what she was doing. Now, naturally, what she did, she should not have done. And I agree, it was wrong. Just go in there and be yourself. And I think that was something that her mom was saying. Just be yourself. Nobody would care if you were white because we already know, her mother was saying that her father and I already know that she's always had an interest in, you know, African American culture. So just go in there and be yourself. But somehow she felt in her mind, that's why I said I agree with you when you said it's mental. Somehow she felt in her mind that she had to pretend to be black. But I think the NAACP wasn't going to let her go because they saw the good intentions in her. And I do also believe that if she still walked into that office, that Spokane office with that orange makeup on, that they still would accept her. That's why I'm saying, that's why it goes back to what my question was. I don't think it would, now that we know she decepted people and we've got it and we've moved on, why not just let that lady keep doing what the hell she's doing? Because apparently the NAACP, they don't have a problem with it. They don't have a problem with it at all. So maybe, Rachel, maybe you should think twice. Maybe just go in there.
But I think she's been doing it so long, I don't think she's ever going to go back to looking like a white woman.
No, she's not. That was the whole point of me saying, well, if this is what's going to make her happy, then just let her
but
do
you know
that.
what? This is going to open the floodgates for a lot of stuff like...
and I know Rachel Dolezal is not the only white person walking around like that.
Hell no.
But
you know what? It's probably black people walking around as if they're white or they pass it off as a white person just to get ahead. Just like, what's his name? What's her name? Mindy Kaling. Her brother wrote a book about how she's from The Office and she's from the Mindy Kaling Project on Fox. She's her brother is an Indian. They're Indian. He claimed to be black. And he dressed up like a black person. I believe he wore the darker skin. I mean, he was already, you got some Indians dark as us. But I think he darkened his skin a little bit just to be accepted into medical school because with black people there was affirmative action. And he went by the name JoJo or something like that just to get in instead of going by his original name. And he talking about how I did it and all of this stuff. Like doing that kind of deceptive stuff is not right. To me, it's not right at all.
That reminds me of OJ. If I did it.
Yeah.
Remember that?
He did it. And wrote a book about it.
Yeah, that was the name of the book. If I did it. This is how I would done it.
Oh, he did it. Oh, yeah, you did it.
We know he did it. I mean, come on.
Yeah. And that's why you paying for your karma. You had to pay karma 15 years later.
It's just unfortunate that he didn't get put in jail for that crime.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, next subject. Shout out to Ariel, your next door neighbor, because Ariel says she would like to see us discuss more important topics.
Yeah, but that was definitely an important topic. Oh my God, I think we're gonna. Oh my goodness, the transgender discussion and with the transracial, I think that's gonna get a lot of people talking.
I do want that to get a lot of people.
I know it's gonna flood. Just don't come at me crazy.
No, I don't want anybody coming at you crazy. I think if they don't understand what I said, then let me know. Because you know what?
Don't come at us crazy. Because let me tell you something. Some people think that they could just say whatever they want. And I haven't blocked nobody in a long time. I think respect just goes a long way when y'all writing what y'all writing in the comments. Now, let's say for instance like Friday, our video, okay? You didn't talk as much, but you talked. But for some reason, for some people, it was a problem. Even when you explain on camera, it's been a rough week for me. Damn, nobody can get a break if it's a rough week for somebody. I would at least y'all to be like, well, at least most of y'all to be like, Mikkel, whatever you going through, I hope things will be okay. And they're just like, bitch, you just here for a chat. That's why you just sitting there like, calm that down.
Well, there was a few people that hit me up on Instagram and my messages and left me really, really nice, encouraging messages. So shout out to them because there were some people who were like really concerned and I just explained to them. But
I can't. I
this is why I don't read the comments.
Yeah, no, I have to read them.
Yeah, that's why I don't read them. So if you wouldn't have said that, I would have never known what they would say.
Like some people just think they know a lot and they don't know nothing. They don't know what's going on.
But I just think with this topic that we were talking about, I think that if there's something that I said that they don't understand or they don't agree with, just let me know. Like, you know, explain to me what it is that I'm saying wrong. You know what I mean? Because I need to know, because if I'm going to be saying certain stuff, like for instance, that conversation right there, it was not to defend those who were coming at you about Caitlyn Jenner. It was just to understand what it was that was being said. Because I don't want anybody to say, like, because you was just going off on them. And I don't want anybody to say, well, Kevin, you know, you ignorant to it because, first of all, that's not how it is, you know, because you said they already came at you. Which,
oh, yeah, I'm ignorant to a lot of stuff, but I think I can sympathize with a lot. Now, I might not know all the proper definitions, but when it comes to respect, one thing you can say, I will respect you. That's one thing. And if I don't know, let me know. But don't be like, you dumb bitch, you don't know shit. When you talking like that, that's a huge turn off. You can't get nobody to listen to you coming at them like that.
That's a turn on for me when having sex.
No. I was thinking something, but I wasn't going to say that.
No, I'm joking. It's not a joke.
So the other big news. First of all, last night, Janet Jackson didn't release anything until this morning. But Ticketmaster and Live Nation jumped the fucking gun, posted Janet Jackson's tour dates she's starting her tour in Canada in September. This is the first leg, the first part of the tour, and it ends, oh my God, I think like November, December. It ends in November.
The first leg.
The first leg. Because this is going to be.
Remember when tours used to be like 2 years?
Yes.
Like, they used to be long.
Yes. And she used to do those kind of tours.
And her brother.
Yes. You know me, I'm not dancing over 2 hours. Well, you know I ain't dancing anyway. But I don't think I could be able to do it. And then, like.
You know, when you practice for it and when you were born to do it, you do it.
She posted the tour, the people touring for the auditions. Now, these are dance moves that I don't even know. So I'm like, oh my God, this really is some new music.
Her body's probably all that right now because you haven't seen her.
Yeah, and she's wearing the sweats to hide
how she's
that body. This is the Unbreakable tour, and it starts in September. No, it starts like the end of August 31st, and then it's coming here. But
it's gonna be in Philly.
No, she did not post dates for the whole Northeast corridor from DC all the way to Boston. We don't have no tour dates, but be sure that Jana will be adding them. Maybe on the second leg or the third leg, I don't know. But whatever, I'm going to be there. But I'm actually kind of glad that she didn't put the tickets on sale for our area yet. Because I wouldn't be able to get the front row tickets. So maybe next week if she releases, I'll be able to get my fucking tickets.
As long as I get my money, okay?
Yes! There's so much going on. I think I really got to get a second job. Too much going on. And too many places I want to go. So, yeah, it's like, I at least got to go to 2 shows. And then the Gentleman's Ball thing just came out. That's going to be on Halloween night. It's just so much going on. Then my birthday
in Atlanta?
Right after that, yeah. So it's so much going on. But let me get back to Janet. She also put, you can buy a t-shirt in the album. It's $30. It has the new image of her. And she hasn't named the album. But it's like a pre-order. So you get the shirt, you want to get the album as well. I'm just so freaking excited. And then when I woke up to Twitter, I mean, my timeline was crazy. Facebook messages was crazy. Instagram notifications, like, I just want to say thank y'all, because y'all know I love Janet so much. So, like, when y'all see stuff, I'll be the first person y'all hit up. Just thank you so much. And y'all know, again, I'm going to at least 2 shows. I want to go to one in New York, and I have to go to one in Philly. I have to, if she come to Philly. And I know that she's doing arenas and she's doing theaters.
I know that's right.
So she's doing it all. And the tickets is not bad. The lowest price I seen was $49, and the highest price was like $150. So y'all better go get them motherfucking
cheap on everybody to be there.
That's right. Because, you know, Madonna will charge you fucking $350, and that's just to sit on the side. That's not on the floor.
But everybody
they buy it. Yeah.
They do.
Them girls be having, Janet, we gonna have to get you to get everything in order. Like, I'm loving this. Now, people have been talking about the BET Lifetime Achievement Award. It's 2 weeks. We are 2 weeks away from the BET Awards. They haven't said anything. So I don't know who is going to be receiving it. But I think.
But I thought she was
great.
because I thought I saw that, or maybe that was.
It's not true because people have been posting stuff on Wikipedia and stuff. BET hasn't released an announcement yet, but Jen, I would love for that because you riding off of that, and then you got your tour, and then you got the MTV Awards coming up. I would love for you to perform at the MTV Awards, and hopefully they have it before your tour start, so you can just get them bitches like a sample of what's going to happen. Yeah. Janet, like. You got this, but you got to be on everything. You can't miss no show. Then when the talk show circus come up, I would love to see you sitting with Wendy fucking Williams. I really would love to see you do. See, you got to do shit that people would say you scared to do. So what? Wendy talks shit. Wendy show love and Wendy show hate at the same time. Sometimes you have a love-hate relationship. I would love to see her do that. I would love to see her going to be. I would love to see her going to talk. I would love to see her going on Rachel. What's her name? The cooking show, bitch. Go on everything. Do the late nights, talk shows. Do everything. Let these bitches know that you are back. And I love that y'all posting y'all tickets because tickets went on sale today. And y'all bitches is posting them. So thank you all so much. It's like, ah! I'm so excited. I'm happy. And if I'm going to put a prediction out there, Janet's going to pull me on stage. I need to start pulling people back on stage. Bitch, don't look at me like that. I need her to put me on stage.
That's a prediction.
I need her to put me on stage.
And let me tell you something. This is what? June the 15th, 2015. If that happens, we're going to look back at this video. Because I'm going to tell you, if that happens, bitch, you know, I'm not going to say the name. I'm not going to say the name because they hate when I say the name. They hate when I say the name. But I know for a fact if that happens to you,
yes, I need her to pull me up on stage.
and bitch, you can go off if she
does. Bitch, you know I'm going to go. They really going to strap me down anyway. They're going to strap me down anyway because Janet don't play that. But just strap me down and do your thing. And let me go off. Yes. And let me just lay there and go off. I might faint, but just let me go off.
Don't faint.
Oh my God, bitch, can you imagine?
Afterwards.
They're like the scorpion fainted, bitch.
You gotta faint afterwards.
She had to stop the show.
I'm telling you, don't faint.
I'm not. Janet, we're excited. I don't know if you release this album September, October, shit. I don't give a fuck. Just give us that great music. Make sure Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis on it. I would love for them and put a mixture of everything. And I want to know who's opening this tour. So I narrowed it down to about 6 people.
She may not have an opening.
Oh, she's going to have an opening there. She's going to. I think it's either going to be Sierra, Missy Elliott, Tinashe, Jason Derulo, Fifth Harmony, or Usher. Those are my. I think those. That's it.
Let me just say this. I don't think I would want it to be Sierra, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think that I would want Sierra to whatever show. If Janet decides to put this on DVD, whatever show she decides to put this on DVD, I would like Sierra to be like a surprise person that comes out and performs well.
Ooh, that would be hot.
So that's why I don't want Sierra to open it. So just to do somebody else. Wouldn't that be decent if Sierra came out and they just performed together?
Yes. It should have been happened. I don't know what happened. They said Janet was on her high horse. Because they said that when feedback came out, Sierra hurry up and jump on the song, and Janet didn't like that. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know.
Sierra has a version of feedback? Is it good?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that.
But then they released a remix with Busta Rhymes. I don't know if Sierra was on that one. They had like an official remix. But I heard Janet didn't like that. That Sierra hurry up and hop on it.
I don't know. I just be so confused when stars of this caliber be upset when stars of this caliber do stuff like that. Because you'd be like, damn, you so up here. Why are you so mad?
I can't picture that. I can't picture. So
you know, it could be true because of Aretha Franklin.
Oh,
she gets mad when people do shit, but then she wants to butcher Rolling in the Deep. You know.
I still can't get over.
I will always be the queen, but then you want to butcher a song like that? Don't butcher no song like that, Aretha. And Sissy didn't even know the word.
Is my green still burning or no? So Janet, we waiting for you, girl. Tamar, Miss Braxton Herbert. Tamar, Miss Braxton Herbert. Tamar, you gonna stop using people for publicity and stuff. This is nothing but another publicity stunt via K.Michelle. Now, Tamar, we know how you was crying. Oh, do I look like a Muppet? And Lonnie wanted to laugh and they cut the camera off on her and everything. If you keep doing stuff like this is the reason why you're going to being called a Muppet, and why you're going to have to keep asking Vince, are you a Muppet? Because you are starting with people. Now, K.Michelle posted yesterday that she's leaving the music industry after she puts out a new album. She says she's tired of the shit. She wanted to make enough money to support her family, and she has, or whatever, so she's going to be leaving the industry. So Tamar posts on Twitter saying, people talk about not singing anymore, with crying, laughing faces. If I don't have you as personal to me, I'm so not playing in these streets. Don't believe me, just watch. Tamar Braxton or whatever. So she put that on her Instagram, and you know.
This is after K.Michelle made her announcement?
Yeah, a day after. Because K.Michelle said it last night. So Tamar posted it this afternoon. Now, I'm hoping that Tamar doesn't delete it. I want her to keep it up there. Because she's the queen of tweet and delete. Tweet and delete, tweet and delete, tweet and delete. No, bitch, if you said it, stand by it, mean it. But don't be crying on next season of The Real if K.Michelle claps back at you. Because you don't have nobody support. Now, I think even your real fans are looking at you like, why the fuck do you keep starting shit? Like, there's only so many times you can feel sorry for a person until you realize that they stepped in their own shit and they're going to have to wash their own feet with their shit too. Because you can't keep coming at people that don't come for you or is not worried about you. Your album comes out in a month. Where's your song on the chart? Where is it? In the top 100 of the Billboard Hot 100? What about your pre-order album sales? Those are some of the things that you should be worried about instead of throwing shade towards K.Michelle. K.Michelle already released her second album, did great, was #1 on the R&B charts, has several videos come from it, has a new video from it. What are you doing? This is your first single since Let Me Know. And what is your new song doing right now? It's personal for you, but is it personal to your fans? It's for them to go spend $1.29 on iTunes and buy it? Is it that personal to them? I need you to stop coming for people. Because I don't want to see you crying on your news on the next season. So, and I hope that you find your strength to tell your son what he should do if he's being bullied. Because now, again, you're bullying somebody. You're bullying somebody else. Because they decide they want to leave the industry. So you take it upon yourself to say something. Why? 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 This is the shit we used to talk about on the phone. I used to tell you, stop doing this dumb shit. And you still ain't listening. You still stepping in shit. And that's where you'll stay, in the shit. So,
you know, I blacked out the other day and I fell. No, you're laughing. I'm serious. No, I'm serious.
Because that was a go ahead.
No, I blacked out the other day and I fell up my steps. You see the gash right here?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
yes.
You started laughing. I was dead serious.
No, because I'm like, that's a funny way to transition.
Oh no, I was thinking about it because it was starting to whistle me, bother me, and itch. Bitch, I woke up and there was blood everywhere. I was like, oh my God.
Because you scratched it so hard?
Oh no, on my steps.
Why did you
up the steps? I fell.
How did you?
I blacked out.
This was when?
At home the other day, on Saturday.
Oh my God. You really needed to take a breath. Maybe you damn.
You thought that? Did you thought it happened? No, because it's not a deep wound that you can see.
I saw it.
Yeah, but when I woke up, it was just blood everywhere.
Oh my God. You probably was scratching. Oh, when you woke up from the.
When I fell, yeah.
Oh my God. Bitch.
I just sat here and I thought about it, like, damn, I really blacked out the other day. Yeah, well.
And, don't. Look, don't fake, okay?
No, I'm not gonna fake that.
Pay attention. And Chris Brown and Karrueche. I'm so fucking tired of y'all shit. Y'all need one good fuck and get it over with. That's all that y'all need to do. But Chris Brown, you really are crazy. You need some mental help. Because one day you chasing her down, saying all this and that, and then you coming at her saying all kinds of mean shit. What's going on, Chris Brown? What is really going on? Karrueche. You loving this attention though. You loving it. You acting like you have to answer these Chris Brown questions because you're a woman and you want to be a woman about it. But fuck the Chris Brown questions. How about you stop answering the questions? We know what's going on. We know what's going on. You waiting for the right time to get back with him. You talk about, oh, you showering me with grits. I'm just waiting for you to man the fuck up. Fuck that. He already dogged you the fuck out when he was with you the first time, second time, and the third time, and you still stayed with him. So what makes me think that you're really done with Chris fucking Brown? You're not done with him. Anytime you still say, I'm not the judge of the future, and I still want to maintain a cordial relationship with him, no, bitch. You want him to get up in those paintings and throw a couple dollars your way every now and then. Basically, that's what you're saying to us. Like, you got to know your worth, Karrueche. And if you can sit down with Iyanla and still not get it, something ain't right with you, boo. Something ain't right with you. Because Iyanla tried to pump in your head several times. Several times. She even tried to tell Christina Milian, bitch, what are you doing with her? And Christina Milian don't even know what's going on. Like, you really need some help. And get Chris Brown out your system. Y'all both need to get each other out your system. And go the fuck head on. Because y'all not good together. But y'all act like y'all good when y'all not together. I just don't fucking know. I just think they need one good fuck. And that's it. You know? But I'm tired of talking about y'all. I'm glad we ain't talking about how Chris Brown was chasing this girl outside of a club, then chased her to a house, then chased her to a restaurant. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Chris?
I thought he got in the car with her.
Yeah, forced his way in. She kicked him out. She drove out. He goes to her house. She's yelling and screaming. The neighbors calling 911 like,
they have video of that?
This is all alleged. Yeah, allegedly. You know?
I'm about to say, I missed that video.
Oh, you know, no. But they talking about all of that shit. All of it. I just want them to end it. End it. Stupid. It's stupid shit. You know? Yeah, man, it's just too much of the dumb shit. Too much of the dumb shit. But shout out to y'all for watching this video. Anything you want to say in closing?
Did I talk enough this time?
I don't know. Did he talk enough this time? Oh, bitch, they're going to go in on me now because I said something. Because I said something about it. I wanted to be a bad boy and say something about it. That's all right.
You want to be a bad boy?
You want to get us together in these comments, bitch? We going to thumb your video down every time you address us. That's fine. As long as it's... Never mind. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all Friday with the new video. Y'all be good this week. Peace.
I'm sorry.